Hello and welcome to your ABQ. This is a little introductory PowerPoint to kind of explain the modules a little bit and how to function some of the important parts in Blackboard to help you get started. So my name is Kate Shields and I am one of two instructors that you have. Your other instructor's name is Frank. So there are two parts to this. You are going to be working on two things at the same time because an ABQ gives you another teachable versus an AQ. If you've taken those courses before, it's usually just all in one. So an ABQ is like a little mini teacher's college. So you have a core section that you're supposed to spend 62.5 hours on, and then your teachable section, if you will, your social studies, 62.5 hours on. So my section is your teachable part, and it's modules 4 through 9. So that makes the core section modules 1 through 3. And that's where it gets a little bit confusing. So you will be working on module 1 at the same time as you are working on module 4. Apologize that the numbering systems like this, you have to work on both at the same time, but it's just the way it is and the way OCT has required Nipissing to lay it out. And also as a general note, what this is actually going to give you license to teach is social science at the secondary level, which is different than social studies at the elementary. So social studies at the elementary is history and geography. Those are with a different course codes. Those start with a C in their course codes in the secondary level, and there are a whole other teachable. If you wanted to teach history and geography, if that's where you were going, this is the wrong course. With this one, with social science, you're going to be eligible to teach anything with an H course code at the senior level, and we're going to learn deeply what are the courses that start with H, but none of them are history and geography. So just to clarify that point. When you're inside Blackboard, there is going to be a menu like this on the left-hand side. You're pretty much going to live in these three things. The course content, which is basically like the textbook and where the general stuff is. There are discussion posts to do every week, so you will be in the discussion post area. And then there's an assignment that's due every 2 weeks. And the assignments are laid out here. Those are basically your evaluation parts down below here. So every 2 weeks you will have one of those major assignments due, and during that 2-week period you will also be working on some discussion posts. I have emailed you a study schedule. This study schedule is on the front page of the course as well. I highly recommend you print it out or keep it handy. It will help kind of help you navigate some of this confusing part of this. So during the first week, so the course starts on a Wednesday, so October 4th to 10th. You will be working on Module 1 for Frank, which is the core part, as well as opening up Module 4 in my course in Blackboard, where there's some things for you to do as well. The second week, again, you're working on Module 1 for Frank. You will have an assignment due for me, and it's kind of broken down, so forth. So every second Wednesday, something very important is due for me. It's important that you actually submit them with a Dropbox for me. I do not want them emailed. I don't think Frank is quite using the Dropbox yet in Blackboard, but I'm certainly taking advantage of them to help with the marking and to help keep your marks up to date, so they must be submitted through there. I unfortunately do not have a way to impersonate in Blackboard like there is in Desire to Learn if you're more familiar with that LMS system. There is no such thing in Blackboard, so it has to come from you to drop it in there. Discussion posts, the biggest thing is the way they're displayed. So if you're not finding you can see things well, it might be just the way the threading is. So I would adjust that display so something makes sense to you. And just make sure when you are posting in there for yourself that you click on the create a thread button, and not just a responding to one, that you create one for a new one. Whenever you post a new discussion, you will get 1 point. When you respond to somebody's, you will get 0.25%. And I am looking for that response to be more than something of a just good job. I'm looking for something a little bit more in depth. Life happens. There are due dates, but if you need an extension, by all means, I'm always happy to do that. It could be whatever reason. It really doesn't. We are all professionals here. I don't mind doing it, but I do have to report them to Nipissing. So I need to know that you want an extension before the due date, and then I gladly just mark it as whatever the extension is going to be. all modules happen within that 2-week period, so at any point you think that you need more than that, just let me know and I will gladly put that request through for you. Everything that you submit, please keep it short and sweet. I am not looking for any kind of 12-page document at any point in time other than your big unit plan at the end. But all your other assignments, all your other discussion posts, the key is to be really concise and to keep it short and sweet. Most of us have several email accounts, so you probably don't want to check Nipissing ones, but because it is a Gmail, if you go into the cogwheel in the corner in the settings, you can actually have this email forwarded to something that perhaps you check more often, and I certainly have mine forwarded to my Near North account. So just something that you might consider doing just so you don't miss out on any of the emails that I send. I do send an email every Tuesday, and every 2 weeks a little like update and little presentation like this of how the next module rolls out, so you want to keep an eye on your email. Alright, and that is it. Hopefully that will get you started. If you have any technical difficulties while you're getting into the course, please just send me an email and I'll gladly help you through that. Alright, good luck.